When I play drum, I usually tell people that I have two hearts. One is inside me and the second one is in the drum. Anytime I play drum, I feel very happy. And I cannot sit in front of a drum and not touch it. Never gonna happen. I was born in Togo, in Lomé, the capital city of Togo. And then I grew up in Lomé, and then I went to school there. When I get to the university, I was already involved with theater. And then when I was in France in 2003, one of my friends submitted my application for the diversity visa. And then I won, and then they gave me, I think, about 6 months or a year to move to the US. Where I grew up in Lomé, it's called Nyekonakpoe. So every Sunday, there was a group of community members who would get together, and then they would just drum. And then as a kid, we'd be around them, listening to the music, moving on some of those beats. And sometimes if you get a chance, you will be allowed to, touch some of those drums. It was just like a natural talent for me. Somebody asked me if I can still feel my hand. I said, oh, actually, I don't think about it.
I'm from Cameroon in Africa. I met Hamzat in an end of year party. So he met me, was like, oh, I like your dancing stuff and tell me more about yourself. So I told him, then he's like, oh, there's an Africa Art Arena that's in Grand Forks. He would like me to join. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look forward to that.
She has a lot of talent, so the apprenticeship is an opportunity for her to work with her in a more structured environment than just like her coming to the African Art Arena and then just learning. It just happened that she wanted to learn, and she's also ready to make the sacrifice needed. So for me, sometimes when I'm sleeping, I can wake up in the middle of the night and try to design something for us because of her willingness to learn. We find most of the time the chemistry, and then I will let her lead. So once she does something that I like, I say, okay, well, we're going to work on that one, instead of just me trying to impose my know-how on her. She's a versatile performer. She can do it all.
Being with Hamza, he has taught me how to navigate the stage while acting, to move the step to take and the voice and the tone to use in a particular scene. It has been great. I'm happy.
He ran into the field and saw what has happened. He cried out and he found that there had been a big hole in the fence of thorn. His father heard the cry and came running. Where there had been beautiful rows of corn, they were now filled with scattered stalks and broken leaves. The father picked up the leaf and cried, singing, oh,
I wasn't really exposed to my ethnic drumming from the Kotokoli people, and the only time I got a chance to hear that music when I lost my grandma. People from our village came to celebrate her life, and I heard the music. I've never heard it before. And then I started dancing on it. I wouldn't stop. I was trying to play that drum, but it was a no, you cannot touch those drums. And I was like, okay, but I need to play this drum. Some people call it betekle, and if you go to other places, they have other names for it. We call it basar, which means the people from Basar used to play. Anytime I touch that drum, it just feels like my grandma is still alive. One of the drums is called djembe. It's the most popular drum in Africa. The smaller one, we call it dondo. It's more of a talking drum.
Being in Africa has so many languages. And in my country alone, Cameroon, we have over 250 different languages. But when we come together, when they play the music and the rhythm, you feel like you are connected to the people singing it, even though you cannot really understand.
Maybe one day she's going to be the one sitting here doing the same thing with another person. She's going to be the master, and then that other person will be the apprenticeship. So the dream is to keep our tradition going in the new environment we are in.
Funded by the North Dakota Council on the Arts and by the members of Prairie Public.